Hello and welcome to another episode of the Worst Possible Commander Show. It's me, it's CGB, along here with my friends. We've got Shea.
Hello.
We've got Ben. And we have Blake.
Howdy.
And today we are back for Magic 30 and ready to bring you some more sweet Commander gameplay with a couple Rule Zero funsies. We are sponsored by CoolStuffInc.com. Use the promo code WORST at checkout to support the show, show your love for the show. Brothers War is coming out very soon, so you know you're going to need some new cards and some binders to put them in and some sleeves. And Cool Stuff Inc. has it all. Use the promo code WORST at checkout. Support the show. Get yourself a discount. You deserve it because you're cool. But what we're going to kind of rule zero in before we talk about the worst possible things that our decks can do to each other, I got a little something special in my goodie bag at Magic 30, and we're kind of excited. I had an idea to share it with the viewers and share the excitement of the item with all of you. Wizards invited me at the very last minute, and they gave me a swag bag, and it contained Magic 30th edition booster packs. And if you haven't heard much about these, 4 of these as a set sell for $1,000, and it's like a reprint run of beta. It isn't normally tournament or any kind of gameplay legal, but we're going to rule zero it in a kind of unique way. These are unopened, we haven't touched them. They could have 2 Black Lotuses in all of them. I don't know, that would be really something. But what we are going to do is whenever one of our players plays a card that says search your library for any card, not a restricted card like creature or land like a fetch land would do, but any card like a demonic tutor would do, we're also going to theoretically add the booster tutor side to it so that we can search a Magic 30 booster pack and open it here on the show and put a card of choice into hand. So I know that Ben has, did you say 6 tutors in your deck?
6 that search for any card, yeah.
All right. I have about 3 in mine. So advantage to the Black Mages here. So you might, on our episodes, get to see us open a 30th anniversary booster pack. And we're going to keep using that rule zero until we've opened all of them. So it might be multiple episodes or it might be multiple here today. We will see. I just want to say quickly, however your opinion is of the existence of the ultra expensive Magic 30 product, I definitely I wouldn't go buy one myself personally, and everybody, gets that personal decision to make. I really appreciate you guys, because without the fans, I would have never gotten to go to Magic 30 as a special guest of Wizards, and I would have never received these. So really, I hope that sharing the opening of these with the fans, you guys made it possible for me to open something cool, and hopefully have a good moment here on the show. And that's what I want this to be all about. So we're going to be very excited to crack some of these, possibly mid-game. You'll have to wait and see. Now to get into our normal rule zero, the worst possible thing our decks can do to each other. I am playing Chromium the Mutable, and this is Justin's Covertgoblue Patreon request to build around Chromium the Mutable. I have a flash dragon here that can't be countered and is a 7/7, so that's really cool. If I discard a card, it can become a human and gain hexproof, but also can't be blocked, which is kind of cool. So there's some interesting stuff with Chromium. And I built it in a way that has some amount of dragon synergy, some amount of flash synergy, a little bit of everything. And I think, honestly, the worst possible thing I can do to you guys is mess with your tutoring and card draw. Oh, no. Since Shay's like, where would such a thing come from? So I do have Opposition Agent, I have Notion Thief, and I have Aven Mind Sensor. All of these mess with the opponents when they try to search their libraries or draw cards. So I'm really going to try to manage the board and make all of you a little more miserable today. And that's my plan, to kind of take back the mantle as the one who knocks in terms of pain and misery on this show. Somebody over here is competing for the honor.
Oh, well.
Speaking of Shea, what are you playing, and what is the worst possible thing you're going to do to us?
Yeah, so I am actually bringing a deck back today with the Commander Ivy, Gleeful Spell Thief, who has been on the show before. She's a 2/1 Fairy Rogue Flyer. Whenever a player casts a spell that targets only a single creature other than Ivy, Gleeful Spell Thief, you may copy that spell. The copy targets Ivy. So the last time I brought this here, there was a Spellskite.
Yeah, your Spellskite that I copied.
Yeah.
It's really great.
That made things a little weird. I wasn't able to do everything that I wanted to with this deck, so that's partially the reason why I'm bringing it back today. I also have 2 Patreon requested cards. The first one is Helm of the Host, requested by Alice Hart. It's a legendary artifact equipment. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a token that's a copy of equipped creature, except the token isn't legendary if equipped creature is legendary. That token gains haste. So that will work very well with Miss Ivy over here. The other requested card I have is Allurin from Julio Labra. It's an enchantment. Any player may play a creature card with total casting cost 3 or less whenever he or she could play an instant and without paying its casting cost.
But I brought all flesh creatures.
Yeah.
That's not fair. I could have played anything I wanted.
Yeah, well, it's just sharing the magic,
It is.
Yes, but as far as my worst possible goes, I'm one for the dramatics of the worst possible, so I have pulled out all of my Mutate and Enchantment Aura cards because there isn't really one finisher in here. It's just going to hopefully be a lot of this stuff in a really powerful board and a really powerful Ivy.
I am terrified of all the things I'm going to get wrong, trying to figure out what happens when you play this deck.
Spooky.
It's going to be a lot. It is going to be a lot.
Well, excellent. I'm so looking forward to it. Ben, what have you brought, and what is the worst possible thing you are going to do to us?
Well, I am playing a Sissay Weatherlight Captain, and it is a request from the patrons, or a patron. His username is Eat It. Pretty neat name, I guess. So Sissay Weatherlight Captain gets +1/+1 for each color among other legendary permanents you control. And for Wooburg, I can search my library for a legendary permanent card with mana value less than Sissay's power. Put that card on the battlefield, then shuffle. She's a 2/2 for 3 mana. And my worst possible, one of the cards with it is actually also a recommended patron card from Justin. It's Havoc Festival. Players can't gain life. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player loses half his or her life rounded up.
Nice.
And then that, with my worst possible, that's paired with Wound Reflection. Sure we know of that one.
Never heard of it.
At the end of each turn, each opponent loses life equal to the life he or she lost this turn. So with these two both on the battlefield, pretty much by the end of the turn, everyone just dies.
Oh, fun.
They're not legendary, so you can't search for them with Sissay. So they're just another combo that you built into your 5-color combo-y deck?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. I've got a decent amount of tutors in it, just in case.
And who knows what you might tutor for. All right, Blake, what have you brought for us? What is the worst possible thing you're going to do to us?
Well, I am playing a deck I have dubbed Bear Force 1. So I'm playing Ayula, Queen Among Bears, and we're playing Bears Tribal. It's been a minute since I've done something fun to troll CGB, and so I am looking forward to playing bears and then having them paw CGB's face off. And so the worst possible things I can do, I have Triumph of the Hordes. That will be used to exclusively kill Shea, because she's poisoned me a lot on the show, and I'm looking forward to poisoning her right back. And then I also have Unnatural Growth, which is going to make all my bears super bears, as I've dubbed them. And then they're going to paw you even harder.
Oh no, not 4/4s.
I know, yeah. They're going to be big old bears.
You know, I don't generally like Bear Tribal, but at least I know with you, it's probably not going to be one of those folks who makes a bunch of unbearable puns.
Oh, dude, I was just going to make a joke that you should be prepared for puns.
Great. So the worst possible has already happened in my book. Okay. Well, we're going to shuffle up. We're going to see who goes first. We're going to dive into the gameplay. We might open some Magic 30 boosters. Let's dive in. Let this nonsense begin. All right, Shea, you've won the die roll. You're gonna kick us off. Yeah, get that back in the command zone.
What's it doing out there?
He's excited.
At least give me 2 turns without Ivy copying a million things. All right, Shea, take it away.
Okay, cool. I'll play City of Brass. Tap it for green. Take a damage. Birds of Paradise.
Bop,
Bop.
bop.
I'll pass the turn.
Okay. Draw for turn. Play a Bloodstained Mire. I'll pay the 1 life and crack it. And I got Rafine's Tower, and that will enter tapped. Go ahead, Blake.
All right, draw for turn. I will play a forest and pass the turn.
Draw a card. Path of Ancestry tapped. Get my Dragon Tribal on, and it's your turn, Shea.
Okay. We're gonna play Exotic Orchard. I'm gonna tap it for a blue because of Ben's land.
You have Ancestry, so you can do any of your color identity.
Beautiful. So tap an Exotic Orchard for a blue and my Birds of Paradise for green to cast Ivy, Gleeful Spell Thief.
Why is that card so cheap?
So good. Also, I'm gonna tap my City of Brass for green and play Llanowar Elves.
Jeez. All right.
And I'll pass the turn.
Okay. I'll untap, draw. I'll shock in a Watery Grave. I'll tap the Rafine's Tower for an Esper Sentinel. I'll tap the Watery Grave for a Mana Vault. I'll tap the Mana Vault for a Thought Vessel.
Oh my God, slow down.
Yo!
Now I'm done.
Nothing to do with 2 colorless?
No.
Okay. I feel like it's...
Wait. Right, this is 3. First time playing it. 1 floating, 1 more. Swiftfoot Boots.
Yo!
Jeez, so
I got 3 cards in hand, guys.
Let's go, Ben.
All right.
Hey, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go forest.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You're gonna play a bear.
I'm gonna play a bear.
It's
gonna play
a
a
bear.
bear.
So Ayula, Queen Among Bears, is a 2-mana 2/2, as bears tend to be. And whenever another bear enters the battlefield under my control, I choose 1. Put 2+1/+1 counters on target bear, or target bear you control fights target bear or target creature you don't control. Bears fight other things. And it's gonna start killing your guys' creatures because you guys are being annoying.
We're fine. What are you talking about?
Go ahead.
All right. Untap path. Draw. Feeling a bit behind.
Yeah, me too.
You know what would catch me up? If I were to rip some Power 9.
Whoa.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to cast a turn 2 Demonic Tutor, and we're going to go straight into one of these.
All right.
Whoa.
A Black Lotus would help a lot right now, but I'll settle for a Mox. I'll settle for a
Ancestral
Mox.
Recall wouldn't be bad.
I'll settle. Palms are sweaty.
He's weak.
I might actually need some scissors on this
Production.
because I'm a little worried I'm going to bend something. I'm sorry, guys. All right, here we go. Let's see what we can open here. You guys excited?
I'm excited.
I'm excited. Yep, Drudge Skeletons, the classic 1/1 regenerator as a choice. Power Sink, classic counter spell. Benelish Hero, Hill Giant. I'm going to show the back really quick for anybody who didn't see these. It has a very different gold border back. That's why it's not regular game legal. Wall of Wood, classic 0/3. For the Minotaur, the classic 2/3. Samite Healer, ooh, counter spell. Basalt Monolith. We got Keldon Warlord, power and toughness equal to the number of non-wall creatures you control. Rock Hydra. This was in the very first revised deck that I ever opened. Or I didn't open it, but a friend got it, and it was the first deck I ever played.
Oh,
That's
that's
like
sweet.
what hooked me on Magic. This was the rare. All right, we got a Plains. We got the best card, Island. We got Forest. We got a card called Camouflage. What the hell is this? I feel, okay, I have forgotten what this card does, and this font is small. It's 1 green for an instant. Cast the spell only during your declare attacker's step. This turn, instead of declaring blockers, each defending player chooses any number of creatures they control and divides them into a number of piles equal to the number of attacking creatures for whom that player is the defending player. Creatures those players control that can block additional creatures may likewise be put into additional piles. Assign each pile to a different one of those attacking creatures at random. Each creature in a pile that can block the creature that pile is assigned to does so, and piles can be empty.
What?
What? What was that?
Oh.
I probably won't pick that one. Anyway, that's my rare and a clue
Oh,
token.
cool clue token.
I'm gonna pick a card that definitely loses value the more people know I have it, but we're going with the classic. We're going with Counterspell, Coming Home. All right, that was fun. Your turn, Shea.
Okay.
Esper Sentinel.
Oh yeah, I didn't pay, so you can draw.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna tap my exotic orchard for blue and play Curious Obsession.
You gonna pay for that?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Okay,
There you go,
she
Blake,
paid her
you got a
taxes. That's your hero.
Thank you.
No problem.
She's about to draw a bunch of cards, so you're not gonna be a fan for very long.
I'm already over this one.
So Curious Obsession, I'm gonna put that on my Birds of Paradise. And so when I do, I can also put it on Ivy. Yeah, so Curious Obsession, enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. At the beginning of your end step, if you didn't attack with a creature this turn, sacrifice Curious Obsession. I'll move to combat. I'm gonna send Ivy to Ben. She's a 3/2. And I think I'm also gonna send my Birds of Paradise to Ben, which is a
Okay.
1/2. And they're both flying.
All right, 3 damage.
4 damage.
Oh, 4.
They each get
Oh,
+1/+1. Beautiful. And since they did combat damage, I will get to draw 2 cards. All right. Second main, I'll play Command Tower as my land for turn. Then I'll tap my City of Brass and my Command Tower, pay a life for the City of Brass for Talisman of Curiosity.
Jeez.
I will pass the turn to Ben.
Anyway, I will not, or I can't untap Mana Vault, so I will lose 1 life. At the end of my untap phase,
I think
or
it's-
upkeep, sorry.
So I think it was errated to be in the draw step. Not that it super matters,
Oh,
but I
okay.
think you take damage now in the draw step. But go on.
Anyway, I will play a Rawgrin Triumph, tap, and I'll tap 1, 2, 3 for a Ristic Study.
Oh, there you go.
Yay.
How exciting.
Everybody's favorite card. And I will pass.
All right, I'm gonna untap. I will draw. I'm gonna play Chemist Transformation on Ivy Gleeful Spell Thief.
Ooh,
Turn it into an elk.
Elk it.
Oh.
Or you're gonna play 2, 1 from Ristic,
No.
1 from Esper.
Draw your stupid cards.
Okie dokie, that resolves.
There you go. But don't worry, I'm also gonna hurt Ben.
You do get to draw a card.
Yep. Thought I already did. No. All right, I will draw. And then I will pay 1 for Universal Automaton. This is a 1/1 changeling. So you will draw a card with your Ristic
right.
Study. I'll remind you.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to kill your stupid Esper Sentinel of the Queen of Bears. She's going to
Oh,
fight
okay,
it.
fight it. Roar.
I'll take care of that.
Yeah, no problem.
And then
I
I'm going to
need
move to
it.
combat and attack Ben for 2.
Fair enough. Down to 30 guys on turn 3. Yeah.
Go ahead, CGB.
Now you know what it's like when you play like cards like Ristic and Esper Sentinel. People just attack you for some reason.
Yeah, I know. I don't.
Everybody's tapped out. Just gonna fetch right now because opposition agents scare me. All right, and I got a Tundra. It's not going away.
I love it.
All right, and I'm going to pass with all this mana open and maybe a counterspell in my hand. Your turn, Shea.
Okay.
He's bluffing.
Okay. All right. We're gonna tap 5 and pay for the Ristic Study to cast a precursor golem.
Oh, fun.
What the heck is that?
Yeah, so when it enters the battlefield, I put 2 3/3 colorless golem artifact creature tokens onto the battlefield. Whenever a player casts an instant or sorcery spell that targets only a single golem, that player copies that spell for each other golem that spell could target. Each copy targets a different one of those golems.
I think Shea and I can be friends. How about just don't attack me for, let's call it 2 turns, and I won't counter it.
2
Ooh, that's a steep price, Shay.
1 turn.
turns.
1 turn. I'll counter with 1 turn.
I can settle on 1 turn.
Okay, cool.
Sweet.
And to be clear, that's not this turn, it's the turn that these could attack. Because it would be really lame if you hit me for 3 and the next turn hit me for 12.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's true.
Okay.
Yes. Blake, coming for the payback. You elked Ivy.
That's fine.
Here's 4 coming at you.
All right. I'll take 4.
You're thinking about it. You're thinking about blocking it because you hate her drawing a card that much. You're a bitter,
sure do.
bitter blue mage.
I
Blake.
am, dude. All right, Shay, enjoy your card. I hope it's good.
Thank you, thank you. Well, I'll pass the turn. Yes.
I'll untap. Not untap Mana Vault. At my draw step, I'll lose a life. I'll draw the card. I'm gonna do something a little fun, guys.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna literally booster tutor.
Hey!
Nice.
You put Booster Tutor in there?
You know?
Oh, so we're going into another 30th anniversary edition pack.
Oh man.
Let's
All
go,
right.
Ben. Come
Since
on.
I have all this table space, you mind if I
Sure.
lay it out for
Yeah,
you here?
No problem.
Okay. All right, here we go. I'm gonna serve them face down this time. I'm learning as I go. All right, card number 1. We got Drain Life. This is a sorcery that you can pump a bunch of black mana into, and you gain life and deal damage equal to the amount of black mana you spend. We've got Prodigal Sorcerer.
Oh, yeah.
How would you love it if he had got a Tim so you could fight it just because of, that
That'd make
episode?
me, yeah, we don't talk about that episode.
Got a Healing Salve, gain 3 life or prevent 3 damage. It's just like Ancestral Recall, but white.
But what?
We got Sinkhole,
Nice.
black, destroy target
Okay.
land.
Oh no.
Destroy target land, gross. All right, Ironroot Treefolk, that's a 3/5 vanilla. Disintegrate, that's a red X spell, deals X damage to any target. If it would be dead, it gets exiled instead. Good old Fog.
Yeah.
A card you have played its ilk against me and
Yes.
blown me out with in the past. We've got Nettling Imp. I'm not reading that.
Sure.
Psionic Blast.
Ooh.
2 and a blue for 4 damage to any target and 2 damage to yourself.
Back when blue had direct damage.
Yo, what?
Yeah, blue had a
I
burn
didn't
spell.
I did not know that at all.
Yeah.
That's true. In beta,
Wow.
that card was a thing. Crystal Rod. This is the one. Whenever a player casts a blue spell, you may pay 1. If you do, gain 1 life. Tax yourself.
Tax thyself.
We got a bot.
Oh.
Oh, we got a black-green
Bayou?
dual land. We
That's
got Bayou.
sick.
Oh, nice. What else we got here? We got a swamp. We've hit the land section. We got forest. We got island.
Oh, that's pretty.
We have Kudzu in the old border. Oh God.
What is it?
This is 1 in a green for an enchantment aura that enchants a land. When enchant land becomes tapped, destroy it. That land's controller may attach Kudzu to a land of their choice. So it just
We just start
It just
passing
keep-
around
it
land.
just starts going around the table destroying
No.
land. And the
Oh.
last thing here is a soldier token.
Yeah, let's take the fog.
Fog. Oh, it's a very interesting card when everybody knows about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
True.
yeah.
True. Okay, I will shock in an overgrown tomb.
That is a shotgunned in Overgrown Tomb.
True.
Sorry. And why not? I'll tap that overgrown tomb and the Rogren and play a Nature's Lore. I got a Jetmir's Garden. That'll go on the battlefield tapped. Then I'll pass.
I'm going to tap this sweet forest courtesy of my good friend CGB. I'm going to channel a Beseiju who endures and destroy the stupid Rhystic study so I don't have to answer a question every time I do something.
You get to search your library for a land with a
yes.
type and put it onto the battlefield untapped, I believe.
So you can
Ooh.
get one of these. It would enter tap, but yes.
Zagoth Triumph is the one I got.
I'm going to play a Mother Bear.
What's a mother bear do?
Mother Bear is a 2-mana 2/2 to no one's surprise, and I can pay 5 and exile Mother Bear from my graveyard to make 2 2/2 bear tokens. I think I'm gonna fight.
Hold on. I might counter Mother Bear.
Okay, yep, Mother Bear on the stack.
No, it's fine.
Okay, Mother Bear resolved, and then I'm gonna fight the Birds of Paradise.
My birds of paradise.
Paradiso. All right, you got
okay.
anything to do about that?
Nah, it's dead.
I think
Then
she's just feeling feelings about
I'm
it.
gonna
Yeah.
move to combat, and because of that sick pun, CGB, I will attack you for 1. The 2 will go at Ben though.
Wow, it's a new world.
Okay, I'll take 2.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, CGB. I got bears, dude.
On your end step, I'm going to cycle Rafine's Tower and draw. Well, I am a flash deck, so it shouldn't surprise you too much that I'm going to play this Mana Crypt, and I'm going to play this Fable Passage, and I'm done.
Tapping 3 for a Growing Rites of Itlamok.
Yeah, that's look at your top 4, reveal a creature, and put it in your hand, and if you have, is it 4 creatures? It turns into a Gaia's Cradle?
Yeah, it's 4 more. I
Okay,
think.
do the thing.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm doing it. It's a Pouncing Shore Shark.
Oh, nice.
Ooh,
Oh, look at that art.
bouncy shark.
A bouncy shark, yes. Whenever this creature mutates, you may return target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand, and it has flash. I'm going to tap my City of Brass for green. I'm going to use that to cast Sixth Sense. Card draw, baby.
Yeah, what's
You know
that
what?
going
I'm
on?
happy for you now.
I'm actually going to put it on my Ivy Elk.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what does it do?
Oh yes, so Enchanted Creature has, whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. All right, I'm going to move to combat.
You gonna come after me?
Yes, with a 4/4.
I will block.
Mother Bear!
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I miss her already.
I'm going to move to my end step, and I do control 4 more creatures, so I will transform my Growing Rites. Dun, dun, dun. Ben, it's your turn.
I am going to pay to untap the Mana Vault.
Who does that?
Wait, what?
I don't know. I do, I guess. I'm kind of getting low on life, and I have no other plays, so why not? At least none that you know of. I'm going to play an Urza's Saga for my land drop for turn.
Here you go, chapter 1.
Chapter 1 taps for a colorless. I'm going to tap that Urza's Saga, the 2 suspiciously non-forest lands, to cast my commander, Sissay, Weatherlight Captain. Yeah, I'll equip it, why not?
Draw for turn. I'm gonna play a forest. I'm gonna spend 3 for a Realm Walker. So this is a 2/3 changeling, which is a bear as well. When it enters the battlefield, I choose a creature type. You may look at the top card of your library at any time and cast creature spells of the chosen type from the top of my library. Naming bear.
Shocking. Fight?
I will. All right, Shea. Realm Walker's gonna punch your freaking Llanowells right in the face.
Oh my
No,
god.
I'm
Gonna
sorry,
punch
it's a
it?
bear, dude.
I'm gonna like, "Yarr."
No, it's just gonna full fist punch.
Okay.
Wow.
Posable.
Pretty rude. Yeah, that happens.
Oh my
And due to the pure value of Realm Walker, I'm gonna cast a Werebear, which is a 1/1 mana dork that can become a 4/4 when I have 7 cards in my graveyard. I'm gonna put 2 counters on. I think I'm gonna put them on Realm Walker, actually. CGB?
You don't want to attack me. I'm just warning you. I am the flash deck who hasn't done anything on this turn cycle with 6 mana.
I'll allow it. I'll move to my end step.
All right, end step. I am going to, as sort of, I don't know, is this a peace offering or is this a punishment? I'm not sure. Let's do, Blake gets to do a fact or fiction for me.
Oh, this is fun.
We haven't done this in a while.
No, it's been a minute.
Demir Signet.
Okay.
Talisman of Dominance.
Okay.
Island.
Yep.
Swamp.
What is this?
This
Fact or
is
fiction?
getting really lame. Shark Typhoon.
Oh, well, there's one.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, CGB. Your piles have been chosen.
Yeah, we're going to take the Shark Typhoon in the swamp.
That makes sense.
Untap. Roll for Mana Crypt. Odds I take damage. And that's damage. I will play Temple of the False God, which can tap for 2 colorless because I have 5 lands. Shark Typhoon. All right, if that resolves, that's my turn.
I'm gonna tap my Itlamok for 4 green. I'm also gonna tap my Exotic Orchard for a blue, so I'm gonna be floating 1 here. Parcel Beast. So I can pay 1 and tap, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you may put it onto the battlefield. If you don't put that card onto the battlefield, put it into your hand. Yep, I'm gonna use the floating green and tap my Talisman of Curiosity for an Arcane Signet. I'm also gonna play Breeding Pool tapped as my land for turn. I'm gonna send my Elk and a Golem to CGB and a Golem to Ben.
No blocks.
No blocks.
All right, so it turns out, internet says, this is still commander damage. All right, and I'm going to take 4 Shea commander damage. And we remembered that Blake also needs to take 4 Shea commander damage.
I'll take 4 Shea Commander.
That's
Oh, I will take 4.
Couldn't be cleaner.
We're good.
We got it. I'll get to draw 2 from my Curious Obsession and my Sixth Sense.
Sounds so good.
I know. Bro.
You guys are jelly. All right, I'm gonna pass the turn.
go to chapter 2. I'll play a Wooded Foothills for turn. I'm gonna tap it, sack it, pay a life. I got a Blood Crypt,
Okay.
and
Shotgun?
I think I'm gonna shotgun it. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I will tap 2 to make a construct creature token. So after that, I'm gonna pass.
What are all these flash decks doing? Tap your mana. All right, I will untap my mana. All right, I'm gonna spend 2, and from the top of my deck, I will play Wilson, Refined Grizzly. Yes, I'm a grizzly bear. Indeed. Pinky up. This is a 2 mana 2/2 bear. Can't be countered. Vigilance, Reach, Trample, Ward 2, and if it was my commander, I could choose a background. Now, I'm going to have my Realm Walker headbutt. Think I'm going to headbutt your commander.
Okay, that happens.
Specifically headbutt?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. All right, I'm going to spend 4, including my Werebear. Thank you. For a Druid's Familiar, this is a 2/2 bear with Soul Bond. As long as it's paired with another creature, each of those creatures get +2/+2. I'm going to pair it with the old Realm Walker. So now it's taken 4 damage this turn, so it's a 6/3 currently. And then I will choose, and this is a 4/4, and then I will choose to fight. I'm going to fight your untapped Precursor Golem with the Druid's Familiar. Shay.
In response to the fight,
Sure.
I'm gonna pay 3 blue, take 1 damage off my City of Brass for a Faded Infatuation.
What?
Put a token onto the battlefield that's a copy of target creature you control that's your turn scry 2. So I would like to make a copy of my Precursor Golem.
Oh, man.
Whoa, wait, how's this work? Whenever a player casts an instant or sorcery spell that targets only a single golem, that player copies that spell for each other golem that spell could target.
Oh, my
So
God.
she's gonna make 5 golems.
Each copy targets a different one of those golems. So it would copy the intuition onto each of these.
Yep, so she'd make 5 golems total. Because this would come in play, make 2 more, 3, copy on that 4, copy on that 5. So 15 power.
That's really good.
Wow.
Do have a counter spell.
Oh my goodness, Shay. What a cool play.
Thanks.
How much do you want it to happen?
I mean, pretty bad.
Like I said, this is going to be a very political counterspell. What are you willing to offer to get that to resolve?
How about another no ataxi for 1 turn?
Oh, this time it's going to cost you a little more. It's going to be at least 2 turns, Shay.
At least 2 turns.
I guess 2 turns. At least is a really bad word to throw on there for no reason. 2 turns, Shay. It's going to be 2 turns this time.
You know, I think you have yourself a deal.
All right.
I'm scared.
Notably, it would, because it says that it copies it for every golem it could target, it would target the Realm Walker, but the, what is it called?
Faded Infatuation.
Faded Infatuation can only target creature you control.
Right.
Shay here on Golem Tribal today.
Yeah.
All right, so that spell goes to the graveyard, and then my fight happens on your head golem and it dies.
Correct.
All right, I'm going to go to combat, and since we're all just making deals with CGB, I guess, I'll be the one to get in there.
Oh, you're picking a fight? You're
No one else
picking
is
a
gonna,
fight?
so I will.
Don't you think you'll have a Shay problem soon?
What can I do about it, dude?
Okay. The Bears be swinging. How much?
6, 7, 8, 9.
All right.
2 commander.
You got it.
Go ahead, CGB.
All right, I'll untap. I will roll for Mana Crypt. Odds are damage. All right, 2 for 2. I'll play a Swamp. Good old basics. You know what? I'm done. Flash deck.
Fair enough.
Okay. Okay. First, I'm going to pay 1 and tap my Parcel Beast to look at the top card of my library. It's not a land, so it goes to hand. We'll tap 4 to cast Ivy. Combat time.
Golems.
Golems!
Where do they go?
Where do they go?
Better not be over here.
They can't go over there. This is true. Yeah, we'll go splitsies. I'm gonna send 3 golems to Blake and 3 golems to Ben.
I will block 1 golem with my construct.
I too shall block 1 golem with my bear struct.
Okay. Golems will die.
I will take 6.
I too will take 6.
Then it will pass the turn.
At your end step, I'm going to cycle Indantha Triome. At your end step, I'm going to cycle Ketria Triome.
Oh, okay.
At your end step, I'm going to cycle Spara's Headquarters.
How many of the Trilands is that? That's so many.
That's like all of them.
It's 7 of them.
It's like $200 worth of Trilands.
No.
Then I'll go to my turn.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break from the game to throw it over to Shea's patron salutations. So if you would like a shout out in a video, check us out on Patreon. Take it away, Shea.
Yeah, so I have 2 patrons to shout out today. We have Charlotte G and Fractalize. Thank you, patrons. You guys are very cool.
Thank you, patrons. Now, back to the video.
I will, at my upkeep, pay 4 to untap the Mana Vault.
I didn't know he was running a cycling
I
deck,
know,
did you?
yeah.
I'll draw for a turn.
And you love cycling.
At my pre-combat main phase, I will tap the Urza Saga and 2 more lands to make another construct.
And that's with the trigger on the stack.
Yes, to sack it.
Yep, there you go.
And I'll sacrifice it, and I'll search for a Soul Ring. Found the Soul Ring, and that goes directly onto the battlefield. I'm going to tap a Rogrin Triome for a Mystic Remora.
No!
Sorry, not sorry, Blake. I'll tap the Soul Ring for, guess what, guys?
Wait, Ben.
What?
Ben.
What?
It's fine. It
Mind
resolves.
Stone.
Jeez.
These guys are getting bigger. I'll play a land for turn. I'm going to play a Sacred Foundry tapped. Yeah, go ahead, Blake.
All right. I'm going to untap. Suddenly my bears feel inadequate compared to the 7/7s and all the big dudes of the world. I'm going to play a forest, and I'm going to play what I think might be actually a pretty decent bear this game. I'm going to play Pale Bears. This is a 2/2 with Island Walk, which means if you control an island, you can't block.
A
And I'm
3
gonna-
and a 2/2 with Island Walk.
Well, it's now a 3-mana 4/4 with Island Walk thanks to Ayula.
Poggies.
Poggies. All right, I'm also going to pay 2 more for, you guessed it, a bear. I'm going to play a Grizzly Bears.
The classic.
The classic bear. I mean, look at this dude. He's like, he's a bear. All right, and then I
Trigger.
will trigger and put, think we're going to put 2 more counters on Realm Walker.
Quite a Realm Walker you got there.
It is not a small one. Then I would like to move to combat.
Okay.
CGB has a flash 7/7.
Yes.
Gonna pass the turn.
Really?
For now. I got plans though.
The Bears are staying home?
The bears are in their hideout.
Okay. Then I have a Chromium. The Mutable that I'm going to cast, my commander, 7/7 flying, flash, can't be countered. I can discard a card to make this a human with base power and toughness 1/1. It loses all abilities and it gains hexproof, and it can't be blocked this turn. So that's something. And we'll go to my turn. All right, upkeep, crypt. Odds are damage. Yep. 0 for 3. All right, I'll play a swamp. I'm going to play something on my turn for a change.
Whoa.
We're going to go for an Arcane Signet. It's going to make a 2/2 shark.
Will you pay 4 for that?
No.
Okay.
We're going to tap Temple of False God for 2. We're going to play a Felwar Stone. A little more of the same.
Are you going to pay for that one?
Nope. Not paying. After that, do I get aggro with Chromium? I think Chromium's just got to stay home. The board is looking terrible, so I'm done.
On your end step, I'm gonna tap my command tower for blue to play a Cerulean Wisps. Target creature becomes blue until end of turn. Untap that creature. I'm gonna target my Parcel Beast.
Will you pay 4 for that?
Yes.
Rack 'em, dude.
She has the mana.
I do have the mana. It means I have to take 1 life for my City of Brass, though, because I'm going to tap that and my Parcel Beast to look at the top card of my library.
Hold on. This tapped for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana.
Oh, right. And it's
So you don't have to
still-
tap the city. This is colorless.
You're right. Thanks. Cool. And I do have a draw trigger off of my Cerulean Wisps, so I'm going to do that. And then I'll use one of the floating from my Itlamok to tap the Parcel Beast and look at the top card of my library. It's not a land, so it'll go to hand. All right. Pay 1 for Soul Ring.
Mystic Remora trigger.
I'm going to tap my Itlamok to pay for the Mystic Remora, and I will have 3 floating left over. I'll use 3 of it and tap for 1 for a Helm of the Host.
Hello.
That's another Remora trigger.
Yeah, would you like to pay?
I would not.
Okay, I will draw.
Then I will move to equip Helm of the Host to Ivy. Well, there's definitely a lot of power on the board, so I feel like having blockers is good, and I don't really have any great attacks that will get through without losing my stuff. So I'm just going to send Ivy.
Before you send, though, you have a Helm of the Host trigger, right? At the beginning of combat?
You're right, it's at the beginning of combat. So I will be creating a copy of Ivy. And it is not legendary. And it has haste.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, I will be sending both of them to Blake.
Seems good.
All right, Ben, your turn.
Okay, I think at your end step, I'm gonna tap the Rafine's Tower to sacrifice my
cycle it?
Mind Stone.
Are you gonna cycle another trio?
Unfortunately, that brings these guys down to 6.
Wow.
I will pay the Mystic Remora with Thought Vessel.
Uh-huh.
Tab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oop. For a, actually I didn't mention this in the beginning of the video, but I had another requested patron card that I unfortunately forgot about because I really like this card. Dragonlord Dramoka from Luke Bloom. This spell can't be countered, flying, lifelink. Your opponents can't cast spells during my turn. It's on the stack.
Whoa.
That's a pretty good magic
It's
card.
a 5/7. I'm gonna tap my Mana Vault and 2 more to play Horizon Stone. If you would lose unspent mana, that mana becomes colorless instead. Now these guys are 7/7s again.
That sounds like you're gonna make a lot of mana. I don't
that's a
see
lot of mana.
I don't see anything to do with it except for pay for that Mystic Remora for forever.
It will be there forever. I will pass
Fair enough.
to you, Blake.
All right, I'm gonna untap. I am gonna cry because you're about to draw a card. Then
Bummer.
I'm gonna cast Greater Good. So this is a 4-mana enchantment that says sacrifice a creature, draw cards equal to the sacrifice creature's power, then choose and discard 3 cards. Draw your stinking card. So I really need to find a bear. So I am actually going to sacrifice my grizzly boy.
Whoa.
I know, I miss him already. And I'm going to draw 2, then discard 3.
Okay.
I know. Sometimes you do what you gotta do, though. I'm going to discard Return of the Wild Speaker, Bearscape, and Mikakoro. Alright, I'm gonna go to combat. Shea, I've got a 4/4 unblockable coming at you.
Yep, you do have a breeding pool.
Yeah, no blocks.
Cool. Go ahead, CGB.
All right, I will untap. We will mana crypt it up.
You're gonna die to your mana crypt anyway.
Does feel that way right now. Odds are damage, and that's another one. Go down to 9, draw for turn. All right, Ben. I think the Mystic Remora and the Dragon Lord Dramoka combo is going to eventually take us down. So, as cool as Sissay and company are, it's time to get a little aggressive at you.
No.
Yeah, I know, very sad. So blue, we're gonna go blue, and I'm gonna play a Venser, Shaper Savant. Ooh. This is flash 2/2, and I'm going to return Dragon Lord Dramoka to your hand.
Okay, yeah.
And then we're going to attack. Ben, I'm gonna attack for 11.
Fog.
Is this the battle of
surprise.
anniversary cards? Come on!
Nope, but I've set Shea up for success. That resolves.
Oh, okay.
All right, Shea, your turn.
On your end step, I'm gonna pay 1 and tap the Parcel Beast. Looking at the top card, not a land, goes to hand. Okay. I'm gonna pay a blue for Curiosity.
What's the target?
I would like to target my Precursor Golem.
Your Papa Golem?
Oh boy.
Wait, what?
So,
How does that work? Oh wait, it has to be an instant or sorcery that targets the golem.
Oh, right.
But the Ivies will still create copies targeting themselves. Got it.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, geez.
So if that resolves the Curiosity, we'll go onto the Golem, and then I will get 2 copies for each of my Ivies. Then I'm also going to pay a blue for a Cloak of Feathers. Any one creature gains flying until end of turn, you draw a card.
And what is that targeting?
The Golem.
So that will give all your golems flying.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I forgot you have 2 Mystic from Archer.
Oh boy. Yeah, I'm not gonna pay.
Okay. That doesn't look good for you, Ben.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Oh boy. Okay, so yes, that means all of the golems will get flying. Technically, also, so does the Ivies. But
And you draw how many cards?
7.
7.
all right, so I'm gonna tap my Itlamok for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana.
8. That's 4.
Yep, 8.
Oh, okay, 8. I'll be using 3 of it and tap my Signet for a blue to mutate my Pouncing Shore Shark onto my Precursor Golem.
Okay. That creates another shore shark that's going on Ivy and Ivy.
Ooh,
Because it is a spell that targets.
that's pretty good.
All right, we got fresh ink on the tokens.
Yeah.
Hopefully makes things not as confusing. Okay.
Production quality.
So my copies of the Pouncing Shore Shark are gonna go onto my Ivies.
So for those wondering why I don't counter such a powerful card, the copies would still happen.
Yeah.
I can't stop them. Yep, you get 3 bounces.
Sure do. Okay. The Realm Walker.
This Island Walk Bear is pretty scary for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Island Walk Bear.
Yeah, and also target your werebear.
Okay.
Any greater good responses?
Yeah, I'm thinking about that. I'm going to sacrifice Realm Walker to draw 6 cards and discard 3. I will discard 2 forests and an Oran Reef, the Vastwood. I'm going to sacrifice the Werebear to draw 4 and discard 3. And then Pale Bears, you're too cute. You're coming back with me.
Okay, so I'm going to spend 5 of the Itlamok mana and pay green to mutate Auspicious Sterix.
Oh boy. Okay, that one.
What's that do, Shay?
Yeah, whenever this creature mutates, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile X permanent cards, where X is the number of times this creature has mutated. Put those permanents onto the battlefield.
And what's your target, Shay?
It's going to be now the Pouncing Shore Shark.
And that's going to create copies, targeting the Ivies.
That is correct.
Oh my god. It's all happening. All right.
New mutate was
Let's
good.
start at this end. Exile until you hit 2 permanent cards.
Okay.
That is a permanent. What is that? Wait, this... Oh my god, does this work this way? Hold on. Whenever this creature mutates, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile X permanent cards where X is... Oh no, put those onto the battlefield. Oh no! Okay,
What is
continue. Well,
Okay.
she gets to attach auras, right?
Oh.
And those... Oh, wait! She's putting them onto the battlefield. That's not targeting. Let me
right.
read. So we
Oh,
read
right.
Ivy again, and
Yep.
it says, whenever player casts a spell that targets a single creature other
That's
than Ivy.
different. Okay.
So it's not going to copy because of Ivy, but you
Right.
do get to place it on the battlefield.
Yes. Which is kind of silly. So this is Sissay's Ingenuity. When it comes into play, draw a card. So I guess I'll get to draw off of it. But it enchants a creature. Enchanted creature has 2 in blue. Target creature becomes the color of your choice until end of turn.
Oh, fun.
nice.
Okay, so what are you going to... You don't draw yet, because we have to resolve this whole ability. So what are you going to place Ingenuity on?
I will go ahead and put this on the Auspicious Sterix as well.
Okay, so you have a draw trigger on the stack, but we still have to reveal until we hit the next permanent.
Okay. Croaking Counterpart.
All right, that's exiled. Dreamroot Cascade is a permanent, right? It
Yep.
It doesn't say non-land.
Yep,
Okay, so Dreamroot Cascade goes to the battlefield.
sure does.
Croaking Counterpart gets exiled,
Sure does.
and you draw for the Sissay's Ingenuity. And now we resolve the next trigger.
So now we're on here.
Yep. Plaza of Heroes goes onto the battlefield.
Sure does. Endless Evil.
Okay.
Enchant creature you control at the beginning of your upkeep. Create a token that's a copy of enchanted creature, except the token is a 1/1. When enchanted creature dies, if that creature was a horror, return Endless Evil to its owner's hand.
Cool. What are you going to place Endless Evil on?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on Ivy. On this Ivy.
Ivy Prime.
Yeah, Ivy Prime.
Okay.
Cool. That goes there.
Next Derek's stack.
Yes. Ooh.
Oh, that's...
No.
We'd rather this.
Yes.
If this were in her hand and she mutated, it would be very
Yeah.
bad for us.
Yes.
The Gem Rays are going on the battlefield is good for us.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Gem Rays are on the battlefield, and I got one more. Sea Dasher Octopus.
That's another mutate card that we're pretty happy to see hit the battlefield.
Yes. When it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Okay. I think that's all.
That's all the Sterixing, but you still have a ton of mana.
Okay. I'm going to pay a green for a Viridescent Wisps. Target creature becomes green and gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Draw a card.
And what's your target?
My Auspicious Sterix.
The one that's also a golem?
Yes.
The golem that copies things?
Yes.
You have Ivies?
And put some on the other golems.
5, 6, 7 draws.
Yep, another 7 draws, and just kind of leave this there so we remember the +1/+0.
Yes.
All right, Shay, draw another 7.
All right. Keeping it rolling. I'm going to play a Mox Amber.
Would you like to pay for that?
No.
All right, draw from Remora.
Pay a blue for a Slip Through Space.
All right, what's the target?
I'm going to target my Auspicious Sterix.
The one
What
that's
does
a
it do?
golem.
Target creature can be blocked this turn. And draw a card.
Okay.
Everything's unblockable. Draw another 7.
Oh, this is a sorcery, so I will also.
Are you going to pay for that one?
No.
Okay.
I don't think she's paying for anything.
Yeah, I was going to assume that.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. And a blue for a Dreamtail Huron. Mutate cost. It's flying. Whenever this creature mutates, draw a card.
Targeting the Sterix golem.
Yes, the Sterix Golem.
Okay, so that is going to make copies, it is going to draw you 3 cards. So you're going to get 3 Heron triggers, and you're also going to get 3 Sterix triggers that I believe you can stack.
Mutate, dude. This is sweet. Honestly.
I think drawing.
Yeah, take your 3 draws.
Okay.
Now you have, I believe, 9 Stera.
3 sets of 3
Yes.
for Sterix
Yeah.
triggers.
Yep.
All right, so reveal for 3 permanents. We're exiling to 3 permanents. There's 1. All right, 2 permanents. Not a permanent. Yep. That's a permanent. Okay, so you got 3 more mana out of it.
This is exiled.
Is
All right.
Shea gonna get milled out?
It could happen, but probably not.
Probably
Next
not.
set.
1. Okay, tokens allow me to, I can tap them for green.
Okay,
Perfect.
sure.
That's 1.
Migratory Greathorn.
A field
Yep,
shuffle.
but that one just goes on the battlefield, so no trigger there.
Correct, and I got 1 more in the set.
Okay.
Nope. Okay, it's a Glowstone Recluse.
That's another mutate card.
Yep.
That can hang out. Glowstone Recluse.
One
All right.
more.
And another set of 3. Let's go.
Yes.
Okay, we got an island.
Oh, right.
Yep, we got an island.
Yes. Okay, so that's 1. Another island. 2. Forest. 3.
The mana's not bad considering you're drawing so many cards.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, she can, if she has another mutation, she can keep going.
I think I would like to move to combat.
Oh, is it time?
It's time.
Oh my God. I hear the ghoul caller's bell. Let's go.
All right.
It's time. And
Beginning of combat.
yes, I'm going to have a Helm of the Host trigger.
That's going to make another one of that.
Another, yes.
Hold on. It should definitely be
2.
thing. We're making another Ivy Sterix Hedron Pouncing Shore Shark.
Of course.
Of course, yeah.
As it's
Obviously.
One of
Absolutely.
those, right, as it's known. And it will have haste. So I got 2 of those there.
That's one way to keep track.
Yep.
Whew. Okay. Okay, so I have 3 7/6s, a 6/6, and 4 3/3s.
That's also
a 7/6, and those are all 4/3s.
Yeah, they all have a +1/+0.
Yep.
Right, okay. So in theory, do you have a flyer, CGB?
It doesn't matter because they're unblockable.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Isn't
I'm
that
not
a great,
used-
Isn't that a great
I'm
feeling?
not
Okay.
used to this.
So the
Unblockable.
copy is not unblockable. That's
Okay.
the one thing.
And is a
You have-
6/6.
Yeah. You have a 6/6 version that is blockable.
So,
This is the copy of that. But no, I don't have any flyers right now, but I have a Shark Typhoon and mana open, so I could probably make one.
So I'm going to send the Auspicious Sterix and the copy, the fresh copy of this Ivy monstrosity to Ben. And then I'm going to send these 2 Ivy Sterix monstrosities over to CGB. And then I'm going to send my 4/4/3 flying golems to Blake.
I see.
Then,
This
hold
one's
on.
blockable, right?
I have an effect
Oh boy.
during the Declare Attacker step
Oh,
that I must play.
Yes.
And it is going to be a doozy. I have never played this card. I bet most people have never played this card.
okay.
This is Windshaper Planetar. Windshaper Planetar. This is a 4/4 flash flying angel. When it enters the battlefield during the declare attacker step for each attacking creature, you may reselect which player or planeswalker that creature is attacking.
Not cool, CGB.
It can't attack its controller or its
Oh.
controller's planeswalkers. But I think that what attacked me just now should attack Blake.
But I got bears.
Any number of them?
But the
Yeah,
bears.
all of them. All of them.
I'm super dead.
I'm super dead
We're both
as
super
well.
dead.
All right, so is that a hit then? No responses?
No responses. Shea, you got us good.
No response.
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
You do have 2 curiosity. You do have 2 curiosities to draw with. And 3, my bad, Shea. 3 curiosities to draw with.
Get it right.
Yes. Okay, I will draw my 3. I'll do 2 for Spellskite.
Spellskite is back.
Okay, pay a green for my fancy elf friend.
Bindhorn Elves, yep.
We'll do 2 for Eluder Ilkor.
Okay.
2 for Priest of Titania.
Oh.
I've got an ultimate ending scenario. I top deck a tutor, and I open this for a Wrath of God.
Oh, dude, that'd be so sick.
Tap 2, taking 1 from City of Brass for Cloud of Fairies. When it comes into play, untap 2 lands.
Oh, good. How about the one that
Awesome.
produces a billion mana?
Oh, yeah, sweet.
The never-ending turn.
And probably a command tower is a good target, too.
Yeah, it's
And then a
great.
blue mana probably is the
Not
third.
bad at all.
Oh my gosh. Okay, tap this for a zillion.
1, 2, 3.
Math.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Yeah, 17.
Just a cool 17.
Yeah, 17.
Yep.
2 of it for Spellwild Oath.
Okay.
4 for Ovar, the All Form.
You have to put a blue into that one.
Oh yes, thank you. I'll do my command tower, I suppose. 1 to channel Besiege, who endures targeting the Shark Typhoon.
No!
Oh.
That's mean, and I can't counter it because it's an ability, but I do get to search my library for a land with a basic land type.
3 for Twinning Staff.
Okay. Twinning Staff lets you copy instances of sorceries. Proceed.
Spend 4 for Allurin. Shout out Julio. Discarding my ginormous hand down to regular size. That'll happen on the end step, of course, and then I think I finally pass the turn.
Really? I get a turn. All right, let's clean those up.
Yes. Thank you.
All right, untap, upkeep. This is fine. This is totally fine. I'm gonna roll for Mana Crypt. Odds are damage.
There you
got
go.
it, dude.
There
Let's
you
go.
It's gonna matter. And I've been holding this Fabled Passage all game to get YouTube comments, but I think I've gotten max equity out of not cracking it.
Agreed.
So it's time to thin the deck. Because I do have, I believe it's 4 board wipes in here. So,
Sure, you got a lot of creatures.
Yep,
Yep. She like looks for a second. Yep.
I
That
sure
was
do.
insane.
Wow.
cut it nice for me.
Good luck, brother.
Thank you. The ultimate finish would be drawing a tutor, opening one of these packs, and pulling a Wrath of God.
Oh,
Here we go. It is a Talisman of Progress. You win, Shea.
Oh gosh, thank you.
good job, Shay.
I concede. I don't want to see what else the deck can
we don't have
do. I submit to your powers.
Oh my god.
What is that?
What'd you tap that for? 17?
So gross.
Can you believe it, Shea? Did you
I-
know it was going to do that?
I'll be honest, when I've played some practice games with this deck, it was pretty complicated and gross, but never this gross. Like, this is on another level. Ivy, she brought it.
Gleefully.
She gleefully brought it.
All right, guys. Let's pack them up and find our card of the game. And we are back for the CoolStuffInc.com card of the game. Use the promo code WORST at CoolStuffInc.com, especially to pre-order the Brothers War, or just order the Brothers War, depending when this comes out, and get a 5% discount and show your love for the show. That's promo code WORST on CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock. Covertgoblue shill. And my card of the game is going to be this new card that I got to play, Windshaper Plaintar. This beautiful angel let me not quite kill Blake, but I felt like I killed
Oh, I
Blake.
felt like you killed me too, dude.
I felt like I, for a moment, wielded some of the power of Shea's Pixie Mania over here, and it was amazing. So, that's my card of the game. Shea, which of all that is your card of the game?
You know, I started packing up my board, and then I realized, I think all of it, right?
It's a great choice, yeah.
Just really got to highlight the insane board state for me. So, I mean, I guess a couple of shout outs to Itlamok. That was very useful to me. Of course, Ivy and my auspicious Sterix. I guess if I had to give some shout outs for the All-Star players.
Yeah, and really awesome, absolutely huge board state you got there. I feel thoroughly trounced. Ben, card of the game.
So first I played Esperson. He drew me a few cards, not very helpful. Then I tried again, and I played Ristic Study. Little more helpful, not too much. So I gave it another shot, maybe third time's the charm, and I played Mystic Remora. Turns out that still didn't help. But this is my first time playing with Ristic Study and Mystic Remora. I bought them recently. I played an Esper Sentinel before, and I thought they would give me some spells to help me. Turns out they didn't. Anyway.
That's karma for playing all the tax cards.
How did it feel to be the one asking people to pay instead of being asked to pay?
Well, he doesn't pay when he gets asked. So.
I hate being asked just because I just want to play my spells and not be bothered, right?
Oh, really?
But when I played them myself, I'm like, oh yeah, they won't pay. I'll get to draw cards, sling spells, but no, I just drew lands. So yeah, I mean, they're good cards. Everybody seems to hate them. So we'll see how they do next time, I guess.
Oh great, they'll be here next time. I can't wait. Blake, how you doing?
You know, I'm doing pretty good. I was annoyed about that whole deal. Shea's turn was pretty cool though, I made up for it. But then you killed me and I kind of unmade up for it. It's a mixed day, but I played Bears.
Ah, you did. Are they a fan of Duncan Sheik? A song that goes, I am barely breathing. A one-hit wonder.
Barely breathing.
A one-hit wonder from the 90s that has bear in the title. Do you like my pun?
I did. 10 out of 10. Okay. So my card of the game, first off was that Sweet Forest you handed me, CGB. Thank you for that.
My
Very
pleasure.
Beautiful. But at the end of the day, it was Werebear. He's so cute. He's got the big bear arms, and he's got one of my favorite flavor texts in Magic, which is he exercises his right to bear arms. I'm a bear.
And he does have bear arms.
Yeah.
He does, yeah. Confirmed.
Thanks so much for bearing with all my puns. CGB.
One more for the road. Just let me do the outro, bro.
One more for the road, baby.
Oh my goodness. Thank you for watching this video. Do check out our Patreon if you would like to support and possibly put some cards on our deck or choose our commanders. Check out the other benefits of all the tiers. And as always, we will see you in the next video. You're cool.